Ever since Avengers Endgame was released, Disney has been releasing Marvel series about once or twice a year. Here are the top 10 Marvel series from worst to best. At number 10 we have Secret Invasion. This got a 5.9 on IMDB, so I was a little excited for this series, but I was very disappointed. In my opinion, it was dull, it was boring, and it was just downright not enjoyable. And honestly, I couldn't even tell you what it's about because I watched it once and I couldn't watch it again. And if anything, it just made the entire MCU story so much more confusing. At number 9 we have Echo, which got a solid 6 on IMDb. Honestly, if you ask me, I've still not watched it. Don't get me wrong, I really tried to watch it and I really tried to get intrigued with it, but I just couldn't. And honestly, I should probably give it another go of watching it. From what I saw, the greatest part was when we had a 2-minute cameo of Daredevil, but honestly, from what I saw, that was it. It's been tempted to go back to the series and try and watch it, but honestly, I really don't see a point. At number 8 is Miss Marvel with a 6.2, and personally, this was such a fun series. I decided to watch it, and honestly, I really enjoyed it, and I think Kamala is such an enjoyable character, and the casting team did fantastic with picking her. A lot of people really didn't enjoy this series, and I'm really confused as to why. It's not in my top 3, but it's definitely a favourite, and I can't express enough how fun Kamala's character is to watch. At number 7 we have The Falcon and the Winter Soldier with a solid 7.1 on IMDb. Out of camera, Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan are an amazing duo in interviews and also in premieres, but in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier they are still phenomenal together. They have banter, but they also have their serious moments. The plot is so interesting, and they even bring back one of my favourite villains, Zemo, and even introduce John Walker, who instantly I just didn't like. We also get to see some story on Sam with his family, and also get to really dig in deep with Bucky and his past in Wakanda. At number 6 we have Agatha All Along, which got a 7.2. I am so surprised that this series didn't get a higher rating. It was really good and had a solid and extremely fantastic ending. As I got further and further into the series, the plot just thickened and it got more and more intriguing. The ending episodes are so enthralling and you're invested because you're finally learning about Agatha's backstory, only for it to be absolutely heartbreaking. We finally also get to see one of Wanda's children, Billy Maximoff. At number 5 we have Moonknight, which scored a 7.3. When I started watching this series, I was really skeptical, but it's safe to say that I'm pretty glad that I continued watching it and stuck to the end. Like a lot of other Marvel series, they start off quite slow with a very slow build-up before going all in with the story. I'm so glad that this series has such a high rating because it really deserves it, and Oscar Isaac did such a fantastic job in his role. At number 4 we have What If, which scored a 7.4. I'm not going to say much, but what I can say is that we had so many possibilities for this series, especially now that it's ending on only 3 seasons. I'm a little disappointed because we could have had so much more. At number 3 we have Hawkeye with its 7.5 ratings. I really did not expect to enjoy this series as much as I did. I was never really a Hawkeye fan when I first watched the MCU, but after watching it again, Hawkeye became a very enjoyable character on a rewatch. Kate Bishop is such a lovable and fun character to watch, and even getting to see Yelena again after Black Widow, it was a fantastic series. At number 2 we have Wandavision with 7.9. Honestly, Wanda has never been a favourite character of mine. Yeah, sure, she's cool, but she never really impressed me too much. I'm glad I finished it because after being introduced to Agatha, I have to admit the series got a lot more fun, but honestly this series never stuck out to me as a favourite, but it definitely deserves the high ratings it got. And in first place we have Loki with a fantastic rating of 8.2. The ending of season 2 was absolutely spectacular, and they even reused the line of
"For you. For all of us."
which was so good to watch. It also did such a fantastic job of adding into a new era of Marvel, which is the multiverse and all the different timelines. All in all, Loki deserved to have the number 1 spot for the best MCU series. If it matters to absolutely anyone, She-Hulk was number 11 with a rating of 5.2. I don't really have much to comment on that one.